Hello, I am S.R. Staley, and I am at the Civil War reenactment of the Battle of Natural Bridge, which was the Confederate victory that kept the Union from seizing Tallahassee during the closing days of the Civil War. I am with Michael Kinnett, who is the author of Apalachicola Pearl, a historical novel set in Apalachicola, Florida, which was a major port at the time in the Civil War. And so, Michael, tell us a little bit. You're the curator of a museum at Apalachicola, so why don't you tell us a little bit about that and how that links into your book?
Well, not only can I tell you about it, but I can show you the museum because it's on the front of my book. And if you look at this poster, you can see a photograph of the Orman House Historic Stake Mark Museum in Apalachicola. This is the 1838 home of Thomas Orman. He was a businessman and an entrepreneur in 1838, and the family lived in that house for 156 years until 1994. I'm very fortunate because what I have to draw from to write my novels is what's been described as the largest set of family records of a family from the South in the 1800s. It is a treasure trove of information to pull from, and that's what my book Apalachicola Pearl is about. What I have done is I have taken a fictional family and put them into Apalachicola from 1822 until 1863, the third year of the Civil War, to help explain the flow of history in Apalachicola during that period of time, so people might better understand what was going on and what was going through these people's minds. A lot of people don't know the name Apalachicola, but in the 1830s, 40s, and 50s, Apalachicola was the third largest cotton shipping port on the Gulf Coast. The only two bigger were Mobile, Alabama, and New Orleans. And Thomas Orman and his family played a very important role in creating not only the town, but this state. And William T. Orman, that's why I'm here today. William T. Orman, his son, is what I would have to describe as the ultimate Confederate soldier. William T. Orman was one of the first young men in Apalachicola to join the Confederate Army. He was stationed at Pensacola and was the commander of a gunboat called the Bradford that actually patrolled the shoreline off of Fort Pickens. He was sent up with the 41st Regiment Company, Kinnett, Tennessee, where he fought at the Battle of Shiloh. He was at the Battle of Stones River. Marched across to Chattanooga, Tennessee. He fought in the second bloodiest battlefield of the Civil War, the Battle of Chickamauga. He was stationed in Georgia and tried to help defend against Sherman's march. After surviving all that, William comes home, and rather than going into law, he gets fired up on real estate and politics, becomes a two-time congressman here in the state of Florida. So it's things like this that my book will introduce you to. It'll also introduce you to a little girl I've created named Pearl, who is kind of the treasure. She's kind of based on my granddaughter. And this is the first of two journals that were found in the Orman House. And this is a fictional history. The second journal, which will be out in March, will be called Apalachicola Gold. It'll be a blue-covered book, and Stan might be able to get a picture of that on the other poster when we're done here. And it will actually be written by Lorella Rezio Anagusi, the little girl in the front of my book. Her mother called her Pearl. But I do hope you enjoy Apalachicola Pearl as much as I enjoyed writing her. And I hope you enjoy my second novel. It'll be out in the first 2 weeks of March. And if you'd like to check my novels out, and a lot of great Southern authors, go to my publisher's website, Southern Line Publishing, Terry Gerald. You'll see a lot of wonderful books written about Southern topics by Southern authors. And I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.